What's up guys, it's Spiderwolf for another JJKPhantomparade video. So today we're going to be going over some brand new global news for anniversary, or I guess post anniversary. Before I get started though, I really appreciate it because you could drop me a like and subscribe. Would really help me out trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the brand new year. But with that being said, let's get right into this. So I think it's kind of obvious as to who's coming out, who we're talking about. MAHITO, he's finally coming out, as well as Red MEGUMI, which is kind of crazy because it's like, oh, he's a really good character. It's been a little while, right? He should have been out for quite a bit now. So Red MAHITO will be coming out this, if I remember correctly, this Sunday. Technically for me it'll be Saturday night, but basically he'll be coming out this weekend, which is kind of, not gonna lie, I don't really agree with that. I think he should have come out for New Year's. I think it would have made more sense. Literally kind of fits with the whole time, you know, the usual update time anyways. I mean, heck, with SUKUNA, he dropped him early, right? You know, I mean, they could have dropped MAHITO literally at the same time. He would have come a day after New Year's, but still basically New Year's. I don't really agree with them dropping him Sunday. I think it's kind of weird. But yeah, he's coming out at least this week. He's just coming out like a couple days later for some weird reason. Which, like I said, I don't really agree with. I think he literally should be coming out the usual update time. But yeah, he's coming out Sunday, so I mean, hey, at least he's coming out this week, so that's cool. And then MEGUMI will be coming out at the normal update time next week. So, or next week, right? So basically after this weekend, this following week will, you know, the next week basically we're, if that makes sense. So like basically, you know, we get to this weekend, MAHITO comes out, then the next week, basically there's gonna be nothing for that week, and then the week after is gonna be like MEGUMI, if that makes any sense, because MEGUMI comes out on the 16th. Yeah, because you know, the whole weird update time. So basically, if MAHITO was coming out this week, I guess that's maybe why they're doing it. That way, it's like we're getting something next week. I think maybe that's why they're pushing it that way. So that way they don't have to be like, oh, well, if we're dropping MAHITO this week, technically, then next week we will be receiving MEGUMI on the 9th, right? But that's not what they're doing. So like, it's just weird. I guess it's with trying to keep up with their whole weird way they're training global, where it's like global's going to be like a little bit behind but close to JP, and then JP's just going to be like a month or something ahead. I don't know, it's just like whatever weird schedule they're trying to do. I'm assuming that's probably why they did it Sunday. It's just to kind of coincide with that schedule. But yeah, hey, it's really cool. It's finally coming out, and the MEGUMI's also really coming out. He, you know, really good character as well. Low-key, kind of a must-pull. But you know, you may want to hold off on that. I mean, to be fair, the best character that we were all waiting for is coming out soon and coming before MEGUMI. So by that point, if you pull him, cool, then you can decide if you really want to pull MEGUMI or not. Also, we're going to be getting the Mahagaro raid battle. I definitely said his name wrong. That will be also coming out with MAHITO at the same time, basically. And then also a login bonus, that's cool. And then, of course, free 10 roll, maybe, I think it's 2 free 10 rolls right for MAHITO. We'll be getting that as well when he drops. And then we're going to be getting a Imaginary Realm battle against Toji, and that will be coming out as content for MEGUMI when he comes out. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Let's go to the wiki here. So MAHITO, when he came out on JP, right, he came out with the tickets here, so you got 2 free multis. We should be getting that. And then brand new recollection from the raid battle. I heard the raid battle was kind of fun. I'm assuming there's other pretty good rewards from it, so we'll have to wait and see what that is, but I'm assuming it's probably cubed and other general resources, right? And then on JP, a week after, they had this rerun banner of Domain Expansion Gojo, Zone Yuji, and SUKUNA with Choso, and then this whole new Cursed Prison Island thing. But we're not getting that yet. Instead, what we're going to be getting is we're going to be backtracking to, not November, it's a little bit further back from that. October, where is MEGUMI? Yeah, here. So we're literally backtracking all the way to September from JP time, just to get all of the MEGUMI stuff, right? Like the brand new Red MEGUMI, and then his from Metal Battle. I'm assuming we already got the SP Battle update. I'm pretty sure we did. At least I think we did. I don't know. If we didn't, we're getting it then. But yeah, that's basically that. So in terms of stuff we're still missing Jogo. with his content basically. So Jogo, his event. We're still missing Kusakabe and his event, so there's 2 characters. And then I think that should be it for the most part. Yeah, that should basically be it for like what we're like missing for old content. And then the other stuff we're missing is like the more newer stuff on JP, right? Like the new blue Gojo, it's like pretty good. I don't know if he's must summon. I don't think he is. From what I've seen a little bit, he seems like a really strong character, but a character you don't really need. I think the domain expansion Gojo is still the best Gojo in terms of like, what's the word, like, you can basically use that domain expansion Gojo on multiple teams, whereas this blue one is good, but you're probably only really going to use him for blue teams, especially with Yuta, the brand new blue Yuta. I think he works really well. From what I've seen and heard, I think he works really well with that Yuta. So a little bit more limited, kind of like a support character, but basically I think from what I've seen in my understanding of this Gojo, without like, you know, looking too much of what he actually does, he's basically a blue DPS character that becomes a support when you I think when you ultimate, basically. So you use ultimate, big damage, then when he leaves, because he does leave, unfortunately, because, you know, all current time Gojos do have a gimmick where they do leave, unfortunately. For him, after he does leave, he does provide everybody a support buff. I think it's like ultimate or some ultimate gauge or something like that. But basically, DPS character that becomes a support character when he's about to leave. But yeah. So I don't know how Global's gonna do things after Megumi, because that's basically like the last week of. This is basically the last week of January. It's like a week before the last week in January. But yeah, it's like literally 2 banners for January, which is kind of crazy to think about, huh? I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, we're basically getting like 2 banners for January, which is kind of weird. Who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us and give us like a random New Year's banner, which is so weird that they haven't done anything like that. Because on JP, there's a really good New Year's selector character, or not selector, but like limited pull banner where you spend money. I actually don't know if it's updated on here. But basically the idea is you spend money on the paid banner, right? And then it's like a selected like 3 characters and you're guaranteed like 1 of each or something like that. And it's like really good characters like Choso's there, Megumi's there. I think Kusakabe's probably one of them with Shoko, you know, like yellow Shoko and all that good stuff. But yeah, I don't know how they're going to do things. It's gonna be, maybe we get content on the last week of January, and maybe it's gonna be like Jogo or Kusakabe, right? Or maybe it's gonna be another dead week, and then we go into February, and then we get Jogo and Kusakabe, and then maybe we get the rerun banner. But then again, since this is like a special kind of banner, I'm assuming we're gonna probably get this a little bit sooner than later, because this is like a special banner, right? Where it's like limited characters. But then again, I guess they could treat it just the same thing, just like hidden inventory, where I remember we got like a hidden inventory banner, like not like in the anniversary kind of time frame, so they could totally fit that in somewhere. But yeah, that's basically how things stand. I mean, yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about other than really good character. I'll be making should do summary video for MAHITO, but I mean, you might as well summon. He's like a really good character from what I've heard, and the best character to pull for from this whole anniversary thing. And I mean, I guess I was kind of right with the whole JP and Global having anniversary at the same time, with like Global's anniversary, you know, JP's anniversary being a little bit different, but you know, not the same thing, right? Because at the same time, but they just went about it like in a weird way. Instead of doing it like merged together, they did it where JP is ahead and then Global gets it like a little bit after. Which I don't know why, but. Man, there's good stuff and bad stuff about it, but yeah. And then of course I'll also make Shooty Summon for Megumi. I think he's really, really good, but at the same time, there is also that really good Gojo, which I'm not too sure when they would drop this guy, to be honest. I don't know when they're gonna drop this Gojo, because he's like, technically his MAHITO is like the SUKUNA. Because you guys remember like the last anniversary, whatever, the first anniversary, right? It was Zone Yuji, Domain Expansion Gojo, and then the third character that's like post anniversary or whatever was SUKUNA, right? Granted, there was also the collab rerun. which was that's like 4 characters, I guess you could say. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that's like 4 characters, right? Because it's like 1 Zonyuji, 2 the mixed mention Gojo, 3 for Miguel, and then 4 for Sukuna. I guess you could kind of go about it that way. Though I feel more like Sukuna is the 3rd character post anniversary, and then the rerun collab just kind of shoved in there, right? But if we're gonna go by that logic, right, then 1, 2, 3, and then MAHITO's our 4th, right? But then we also get Gojo, right? So it's like, I feel like for sure they included an extra character, right? Because, you know, Gojo and all that. So, but yeah, I mean, heck, it even says limited time gacha, right? Because Sukuna was a limited time gacha, and this Gojo is also a limited time gacha, right? So I'm assuming, I mean, I guess this is also limited time gacha because it is also limited characters. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how they're gonna sort this out, right? Because we're literally only getting 2 banners for January. They could fit it in, like they could have totally done it where it's like, oh, MAHITO comes out like later tonight / tomorrow, and then next week, if they really wanted to, okay, sure, we get Megumi, right? Then the week after could have been this limited time gacha with like the mixed match Gojo, Zonyuji, Sukuna. That would have come out like the 15th, 16th, and then the 23rd, 22nd, technically 23rd. Then we could have gotten like this Gojo, right? I think that could have worked out pretty well, but you know, I guess not. So I don't know when we're gonna get this Gojo, because from this thing, this little you know timeline or whatever they gave us, it's literally just 2 banners. There's no Gojo in here or anything like that. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll throw like a secret like curveball where it's like, oh, boom, content out of nowhere. But it's kind of like, it does follow up with the whole usual 1 week of content and the next week of content. It's just like in a weird format. So who knows? Maybe we'll get Gojo the 30th or maybe the 23rd if they want to speed things up. Or maybe we'll see Gojo in like sometime in February or something. But yeah, most likely this Blue Gojo probably is going to be either late January or sometime in February, most likely is my guess. Hopefully it comes a little bit earlier. I guess technically for most people it's probably better if it comes out later, right, for Kyuju. But for me, I'm kind of looking in a decent spot, so I wouldn't mind if it comes a little bit earlier. But who knows what they'll do, because he's a pretty good character. And, you know, right? You know, everybody loves Gojo, right? But yeah. So we'll see on that. I will update. I can't speak apparently. I will update you guys though in the future whenever new news drops for this kind of stuff, just like this. So be on the lookout for that. And with that being said, I'm gonna see y'all later. Also, hopefully those summon videos could come out soon for Yuji, Todo, and Sukuna, because you know they're not too bad. But yeah. Also, good luck with you guys summons. You know, if you guys are still trying to pull for Yuji, Sukuna, or Todo, but now that we have the confirmation of MAHITO, you might want to save because he's a really good character. You might want to try, you know, have more summons ready to go for him because he's overall the best character from this whole celebration in general, and I think he's still better than Gojo, and Gojo's still pretty good. So yeah, with that being said, I'll see y'all later. Peace and take care, everybody.